Imitation theory that we are going to talk about here in RCJ4TV. And if you are new to my channel, please subscribe so I can always notify you every time I have new uploads. Thank you.
Okay, let's start!
Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This day we are going to discuss something about imitation theory. So what is imitation theory, or the law of imitation, is all about? According to Gabriel Tarde, a French sociologist and criminologist, crime is the result of imitation or modeling the behaviors of others that was associate crime with learning. Anyways, this theory of imitation has some similarity to social learning theory of Albert Bandura that actually stated the importance of observing, modeling, and imitating the behaviors, attitudes, and emotional reactions of others are consider how both environmental and cognitive factors interact to influence human learning and behavior. So what is the difference between imitation and learning, if maybe? The answer is depends the process of obtaining new responses from the source. Okay, let's first talk about word imitation. If you imitate something, meaning you just copying it by yourself. Example, you just copy the t-shirt design of your best friend. However, in learning phases, the individual is under processing to acquire new information, knowledge, or skills that can be used to achieve a desired result, outcome, or product. Example, you studying criminology to be a criminologist like your father. Another example, you are watching cooking show on TV. After you watched the said cooking show, you have tried to cook a food that you have watched on the said TV shows. This example is a type of observational learning, that the skills is acquired through observation. Now let's differentiate imitation and learning. In imitation, you're just copying only what you have seen. However, in learning, you have acquiring skills, informations through observing, watching, and imitating the demonstrator. Kung baga sa Tagalog, ang imitation ay ginagaya mo lang yung isang bagay. Samantalang sa learning naman, inaral mo muna ang isang bagay bago mo natutunang gayahin or gawin. Now, let's go back to the topic, according again to Gabriel Tarde. Crime is the result of imitation or modeling the behaviors of others. He did not view people who committed crimes as biologically or psychologically different from non-criminals. Instead, he saw criminals as just modeling the deviant behaviors they saw around them. Tarde believed that this happened more likely in dense urban areas where individuals had exposure to more people as models, ripe for imitation. Now, if the argument of imitating crime is learned by observing and imitating the criminal behavior of those around the individual, then crime could also be unlearned. It is because if there is no peoples around you, you have no chance to imitate one. Because the imitation theory is based on modeling system of learning. Anyways, imitation theory has three elements to observe. Number one, the law of close contact. Number two, the law of insertion. And number three, the law of imitation of superiors by inferiors. Okay, let's first talk about the law of close contact. The law of close contact explains that people have a greater tendency to imitate the fashions or behaviors of those around them. The law of close contact may be compared to the differential association theory or the peer group theory of Sir Edwin H. Sutherland, that he also stated and explained that criminal behavior is learned through interactions with others who hold favorable attitudes toward crime. Now, the difference between these two are the process on how they obtain the behaviors from someone. In close contact, individual has tendency to imitate the fashions and behavior of people around them. In this case, there is no socializing, interaction, or communication are involved. However, in differential association theory, there is communication involved, stating that the interaction or communicating with other is present in differential association theory. In short, sa close contact, ay sinasabing ang isang tao ay nahawa lang kaya napagaya na din ito sa mga ginagawa ng mga ibang tao sa kanyang paligid kahit hindi siya nakikipag-usap or interact sa mga tao sa paligid niya. Samantalang sa differential association theory, merong interaksyon or pakikipag-usap ang naganap kaya natutunan ng isang tao ang isang gawain. Next is the law of insertion. So what is the law of insertion? When two mutually exclusive fashions come together, one can be substituted for the other. When this happens, there is a decline in the older method and an increase in the newer method. So for example, a killing of a person using a knife and murdering a person using a gun is the same. But the question is, what is more effective and convenience? In this phase of law of imitation, Tarde found that the former method had decreased while the latter had increased. So ano daw ang ibig sabihin nito? Para mas madali natin maintindihan, ipaliwanag natin ito sa simpleng paraan. Ang sabi sa law of insertion, kapag ang dalawang paraan, method or fashions na may mutual interpretation ay nagsama, may possibility na ang isa ay bumaba or maluma, or konti na lang din ang gumaya. Parang ganito yan mga ma'am at sir. Halimbawa, dati uso ang mga emo outfit dito sa Pilipinas, pero noong dumating ang popularity ng Korean outfit, paunti-unting nag-switch ang ibang mga tao sa ganitong looks dahil ito ang trend at uso, pero sa kabilang panig meron pa rin mga naiwan sa emo outfit at nanatili pa rin sila sa ganoong fashions. Anyway, sa example na ito, ipinakita natin kung paano naluma ang emo outfit dahil sa pagpasok ng bagong trend na Korean outfit. Ganyan po gumagana ang law of insertion. And last but not the least, is the law of imitation of superiors by inferiors. So what is law of imitation of superior by inferiors? This explains that the poor or the young imitate the rich or the more experienced, and that crimes among the poor are in fact their attempts to imitate wealthy, high-status people. Example, you tried to get rich like others, but in a wrong way. You imitate the only wealth, the amount or richness or money of a people, but not their experience and profession. In fact, like what we said, people who is trying to imitate the superiors are attempting to imitate only the wealthy of the superiors. Parang ganito yan mga ma'am at sir, halimbawa. Yung kapitbahay mong sobrang yaman at businessman ay bumili ng malaking television set na mga 72 pulgada ang laki. Sabihin natin mga 60,000 piso ang halaga ng television set na binili ng kapitbahay mo. Tapos, nakita mo nung dineliver na yung TV sa kanila. Ngayon ikaw na nasa middle class na sumasahod ng minimum wage per month at minsan delay pa dumating ang sweldo, ay parang nainganyo ka din bumili din ng TV na ganun kamahal. Kaya nag-loan ka ngayon worth of 70,000 pesos kasi bumili ka pa ng malaking speaker para sa TV set na gusto mo. Ngayon after mo ma-obtain yung ganung kamahal na TV set, ay halos wala ka nang sinasahod sa trabaho mo kasi kinakaltas siya sa nilon mo na pambili ng TV set. Kaya napipilitan ka mag-sideline sa ibang mga trabaho para kumita pa ng extra pambayad sa kuryente, tubig at pambili ng pagkain at iba pang mga supplies. Hanggang sa na-involve ka na sa masasamang gawain na mabilis kumita ng pera, like pagpo-promote ng sugal, pang-e-scam at pagtitinda ng bawal na gamot, na ginagawa mo lang para masustain mo kung anong klase ng karangyaan sa buhay ang gusto mong maranasan pero sa maling paraan. Knowing the fact na yung kapitbahay mo ay sobrang yaman at professional at isang businessman, na hindi mo basta-basta maa-attain kung anong pinagdaanan ng kapitbahay mo bago siya naging ganun kayaman. Dahil ang focus mo lang naman ay maging kasing yaman ka rin ng kapitbahay mo sa kahit anong paraan. In this long scenario, pinakita natin dito ang dinaanang passage ng isang tao na nasa level ng isang inferior, para lang makipantay sa yaman ng isang tao na nasa level ng pagiging isang superior. Ikaw kaibigan, kung nasa level ka lang ng isang inferior na gustong makipantay sa mga nasa itaas, ang tanong ko ay, saan ka dadaan para makigaya? Sa masama ba o sa mabuting landas? Share mo naman sa baba ang iyong opinyon tungkol sa bagay na ito. And maybe we will end this video right here. Maraming salamat po sa lahat ng mga nakapanood at mga nakinig. I hope you learned something about for what we discussed today. And thank you. And see you on the next episode. Goodbye. Hello, my friend. Did you like this episode? If yes, I say thank you so much for you, and if you want more videos like this, just subscribe, follow, like and share my YouTube channel and page so I can always notify you whenever I have new uploads. And yes, the time is over. Let we end this video here. So, once again, thank you so much, and God bless you all. RCJ4, peace out.